Okay. So as always, let's wait a little bit for the others to get inside, and uh, we will start in a moment. Wow. Okay. Okay, 2 more minutes, kids, and we will start with the class. Let's wait just some seconds, and I will start checking the attendance. I am going to do it right now. Okay, so Arias is here. Barahona. Barahona is not. Bautista. Ahí está. Verdugo. There he is. Carrillo. Carrillo no vino ayer, ¿cierto? Está Espejo. Ok. Gaitán. Gaitán no lo veo. Galeano tampoco. Sí está. Linares. No está. Creo que sí está. Sí está. Nicolás está. Moreno, Jorge Moreno. No lo veo. Ahí está. Ortiz, yo la vi ahorita. Está. Pardo está. Pinilla está. Plestet, Ramírez, Reyes, Sánchez, Trujillo, Velandia. Valentina, no la veo. Y Villalobos está. Okay, so I will change those Fs as long as the people gets inside this class later, so no problem. Okay, kids, we are going to talk about today divisibility rules, but before talking about a little bit of the activity that you did on your own last time about some problems, some word problems of prime and composite numbers. The problems are here. So I am talking about this. I am going to make a little clarifications about it. Okay, Simon Limanares llegó. That's great. But I am going to make a little clarification about it. And also, the presentation that we are going to work with today is here. So you can download it if you want. But okay, let's talk about it. So let me open this. So, okay, most of you did these problems really, really good. But a lot of you had mistakes in the points 4 and in the points 5. So, one question. Let me have this clear. Did you do this activity, or is the case that I didn't ask you to do it? Did I ask you to do it last cycle? This activity? No. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes. Because you were the only class that I had to repeat. I don't remember why, but I was not able to do it. So no problem, no problem. You don't have to do it right now, but I really want to talk about the problems that I found in another class, in other classes, because I don't want you to get confused. So there is something that are called factors. We saw it last class. Well, last not. We saw it first class of the first of the first cycle. Okay, Valentina is here. There is something called the factors of a number and also the prime factors. And that is similar, it is related, but it's not the same thing. So let me select a number. Factors of, let's say, 28, and the prime factors of 28. Okay, so I am going to select someone. Um, yes. Hello, Gabriela. How are you? Other time class dojo selected you. How are you?
Hello.
Okay, Gabriela. So you are going to help me finding the factors of 28. Do you remember?
Mm, no.
Okay, remember that the factors of 28 are all of the numbers that if you put in a multiplication with something else, the result is 28. So
Mhm.
let's start trying with the one. 1 times something is 28?
No.
No? What about the 28?
28.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's it. So, Gabriela, the 1 and the 28 are factors of 28. Let's try with the 2, Gabriela. 2 times something is 28?
No.
No? 2 times nothing is 28? Really, Gabriela? What is the half of 28?
Mm, 14.
Thank you. It's 14. Yes. So the 2 and the 14 are also factors of 28. Let's do more. Can you do it by 3, Gabriela? Gabriela.
No.
Okay, so not. By 4?
Mm, no.
No. What about the 7? 4 times 7, 28.
Yes.
So the 4 and the 7 are factors of 28. Let's do it with 5. Can you do it with 5, Gabriela?
No.
No. With 6?
No.
Gabriela? No. And with 7, yes, you can with 7, but look, we already found the 7. So that means that we finished. There is nothing else. Because if we continue, we are only going to find again the 4, the 14, the 2, the 28, 1. So we finished. Those are the factors, not prime factors, every factor. 7. So 1, 28, 2, 14, 4, and 7 are the factors of 28. Thank you, Gabriela. I am going to select another one. Thank you very much. Verdugo, hello. Okay, your microphone doesn't work, right? Oh, so it works or not? Ah, okay, thank you. So, Verdugo, you're gonna help me. Now, we want to make the prime factors of 28. Eh, what is one way that we can do it? Verdugo, what method can we use to find the prime factors of 28? Prime factorization, yes. 28, and we write this little bar. But one thing, Verdugo, before that, now that we have all of the factors, we could only select the prime factors here. Look, we can say that the 2 and the 7 are the prime factors of 28, and that is it. But that is not everything, because the prime factorization can let you know multiplication of prime numbers that gives you 28. And if you multiply 2 times 7, that is not 28. And what we want is a complete multiplication of prime numbers that gives you 28. That is why, if I ask you for the prime factorization of something, you cannot put, in this case of 28, only the case of 2 and 7, because there is something missing. Hay algo que falta, porque 2 por 7 no es 28. Sí, 2 y 7 son los factores primos de 28, pero hagamos la factorización prima. Oh, thank you, Verdugo. 7 times 2 times 2. Perfect. Or you can do it with 2 to the power of 2, because 2 times 2 is 2 squared, times 7. That's great. So with what number do we start? Did you start, Verdugo? And thank you, Samuel. 2. So 2. And we divide it. Okay, Juan David is already here. That's great. Hello, Juan David. Where is Gaitan? Okay, 28 divided by 2 is 14. Thank you, Verdugo. What do we continue with? 2. That's great. And the result is 7. Now, can you continue dividing by 2? Okay, Carrillo is already here. Hello, Maria Paula. So you continue with 7, right, Verdugo? And we divide by 2. Sorry, and we divide by 7, and the result here is 1. So that is the indication that we finish. And as you can see, 2 to 7. 2 to 7. That is the prime factorization. Yes. So if I ask you for the prime factors of 28, yes, the answers are 2 and 7. But the multiplication of prime numbers that give you 28 is 2 times 2 times 7. That is clear, right? Any questions about it, kids? Please write in the chat or talk if you have questions, so I can move forward with the thing that we had in the presentation.
No, teacher, I don't have question.
No, thank you. Keep writing because I am checking the chat in another computer. So now we are going to move forward with the topic of these slides. So be careful because you are going to do some exercises, and I am going to also give you time to copy. Uh, so now you have to pay attention and copy. So we are going to work with divisibility rules, and we saw a little bit of that last year, but sadly, I could notice that most of you didn't apply the divisibility rules. And you also knew some divisibility rules of the numbers 2, 10, I think, 5, and 3. So we are going to expand on that a little bit. But first of all, let's remember a little bit of that. So I am going to be here slow, um, so you have the chance to copy. So, kids, you have to copy this, and you also have to answer this through the chat, right? And I will give you the time while I explain. So, the word divisible is used for a division without a reminder. Yes, so if you can divide any number, so I mean, if you can divide a number by 10 and the remainder is 0, so it's exact, the division is exact, that means that the number is divisible by 10. Mm. So here, kids, what of these numbers are divisible by 10?
210.
Exactly, Mateo. And Trujillo, and Ramírez, and Cata, and Mateo otra vez.
No, profe,
No, solo. Yes, Mateo.
tengan en cuenta de que algunos le... Bueno, algunos, yo lo hice bien, pero recuerde que esos que usted nos mandó eso y hay gente que revisa ahí.
Ah, tranquilo, tranquilo.
No,
Mateo.
no pasa nada.
The important is that you see it, that you attend the class, and that you understand and
Yes,
know the
sí.
topic. Yes. So that's great. Why? Sorry, before. Did you finish copying, kids?
No.
No? So I'll give you one more minute. It's really, really short. So one more minute and I will continue with the explanation. You know, the explanation is really, really simple. So I won't take too long with that. And the purpose of me showing you again this is because I want you to be able to do the process of prime factorization and actually any kind of factorization or process related with division faster because you know how to do it. But you doubt a lot when you have to decide, oh, I don't know if this number can be divided by 3 or by 5 or by 7 or by 10. So the answer is 210. Yes. Thank you, Chalita. Yes, in a nutshell, more or less. So continue. So you know that if a number finishes in zero, it is divisible by 10. So this one finish in 3, it's not divisible by 10. This one is divisible by 10 because it finishes in 0, and this one isn't, right? No and no. And that's the simplest thing. And we can check it if we divide. This one is not divisible by 10, so there is a reminder, hay residuo, so it's not perfect. This one doesn't have a reminder, the reminder is 0, so it is divisible by 10. This not, María Paula, look. Mhm. Mira lo que les había puesto antes. Stop copying and you must listen to the teacher. I will tell you again when to copy. Again. So there is another divisibility rule. Eh, Again, and you have to tell me now what of these numbers are divisible by 2.
146.
Thank you, Mateo. And what other one?
210.
Thank you, Juanes. And why the 143 is not divisible by 2? Ay, miren, aquí
Not
me equivoqué,
even.
chicos, perdón. Aquí me equivoqué.
Not even.
Estos dos. Is not even. Exactly. It's not even because it finishes in 3, and 3 is odd. Mhm. So I'll give you some time to copy, and I am going to continue in a moment. Okay. If you didn't finish, don't worry because you have the slides available for downloading. So now you have to listen to me, which is a simple explanation. This one finishes in 3. It's not even, it's odd. So this is not divisible by 2. But this one finishes in 0, which is even. This is divisible by 2. And also, this one finishes in 6, which is even. This is divisible by 2. A really, really simple explanation. And you can also confirm it. This one has a reminder, doesn't work. This one doesn't have a reminder, works. And this one also doesn't have a reminder. So it works. Tell me, Mateo.
Teacher,
Ajá.
y si yo estoy usando el 2, una mejor manera para saber si puedo usarlo o no usarlo en ese coso, ¿cómo se llama? Que se me olvidó el nombre. Factores.
¿Cuál factor?
Esto, una manera más fácil de saber si la puedo usar no sería viendo si el último número es par o impar.
Por eso es lo que estoy diciendo, Mateo. Look, this one.
Ah,
The last digit, mira, por eso lo puse en otro color. The last digit is odd, no es par. So it is not divisible by 2. But these two last digits are even. Son pares, los últimos dígitos. So they are divisible by 2. That's it. That is what I'm saying, Mateo. Thank you. Now, again. And the next divisibility rule is by 5. Which is, let me put it for you to copy. And please write in the chat what numbers are divisible by 2. Sorry, by 5. By 5. And look, here you have the definition. Okay, Nicolás Trujillo, Chala says 143. Mateo, Nicolás, Natalia, Catalina, Juan Esteban, and Moreno say 210. Something else. Juan David, 210. Valentina, also 210. Perfect. Okay, yes. Are you able to, did you finish copying? Sorry. You finish copying? It's only the 210. Exactly, Moreno. That is the reason. Look, if a natural number is divisible by 5 when the last digit is 0 or 5, so we only have to check that. This last digit is 0 or 5? No, so it's not. This last digit is 0, so yes. And this is not. That is the only reason. So can I continue? Okay, so I'm going to continue. There is no need for doing this because it's the same explanation that I gave. This doesn't finish in 0 or 5, so it doesn't work. This does. And this doesn't finish in 0 and 5. So, one moment. Okay, so the same thing than yesterday. But okay, now you're going to do an activity in Alex. But before that, kids, I want you, sorry, I put that slide in the wrong order. Perdón. Debería ser así. Esto debería ir aquí al final, final, final. Tranquilos, ya queda poco. So, before we finish, I want to show you the divisibility rules of 3 and 9. Some of you remember the divisibility rule of 3, but you don't know the divisibility rule of 9. And I also wrote here all of the divisibility rules until 12. But we are going to focus only here. And before you start the activity of Alex, I want to show you this little page. ¿Sí? Pero esta se las muestro al final, que es una ayuda que les voy a dar, pero espero que no la usen para todo, porque si no, pues no tiene gracia. Sorry. So let's go back. The divisibility rule of the number 3. We saw it last year. Let me, yes. A natural, please copy this. A natural number is divisible by 3 when the sum, o sea, la suma o la adición, the sum of all its digits, todos sus dígitos, is a multiple of 3. So what happens? Let's check this number. Let's check the number 369. And let's see if it is divisible by 3. So we have to take all of its digits, 3, 6, and 9, and we have to add them, sorry. So 3 plus 6 is 9, and 9 plus 9 is 18. So kids, in the chat right, is it a multiple of 3? Is 18 a multiple of 3? Ya te respondo, Verdugo. Yes. So if this addition is a multiple of 3, that means that this number is also a multiple of 3. So now let's do an example here, but you only have to copy this and this. But other way to see if all the numbers are a multiple of 3, no, Verdugo, porque ya les voy a mostrar un ejemplo en el que no, ¿vale? So, 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 1. This number this number 543,621. Remember, we have to make the addition of all of the digits, right? So 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1. Be careful. It is not, all of the numbers are not multiple of 3, like this one, Verdugo. So you have to be really careful of that, because this was a coincidence. But let's see if this one is a multiple of 3. So 5 plus 4 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Plus 6 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. Plus 1 is 21. So the result is 21. Is 21 a multiple of 3? So it means that this is a multiple of 3 also. Hmm? Now let's do it with another one. Let's see. Okay, so let's do it. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 2. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. And 21 plus 2 is 23. Is 23 a multiple of 3? Yes or no, kids? No, 23 is not part of the multiples of 3. So it means that it isn't. Okay? So, kids, before we continue, you just have to know that the divisibility rule of the number 9 is exactly the same than the 3. You add all of them. Look, we have this example, and you add. Sorry, you add all of them, right? Ay, Dios mío. So if the result is a multiple of 9 in this case, right? The number is a multiple of 9 also. So if this addition is 18 and 18 is a multiple of 9, that means that this other number is also a multiple of 9. It's the same rule. The only thing that changes is the number. Okay, and before, well, after that, espérate, what happened here? And finally, I want to show you this. We are not going to talk about all of these rules. Don't worry, I will explain them later and other days. Actually, next class. But for today, you only need this one, this one, this one, and this one. But the 4 has, the 6 has, the 7 and the 8, the 10, the 11, the 12 have divisibility rules. So if you memorize them, if you learn them, it's going to be really simple for you to make prime factorizations, to make long divisions, because you will be able to identify what numbers to use and what other numbers to don't use. So if you want to check it, you are able to do it, but don't worry, I am going to explain them also next class. And for now, kids, you are going to do an activity that is supposed to be already active on Alex. Uh, if you have any problem with the platform, please write immediately to me through Phidias, but I think it doesn't have any problem right now. And also, is there any question of about it, about what we saw today?
No,
No questions? So if you don't
no.
have questions, please, kids, go to Alex and let's close this class, right? But if you have questions, please stay. Ah, la página que les iba a mostrar. No, se las muestro mañana mejor, porque si no me hacen trampa. Bye, kids.
Y se marchó, ya su barco le llamó libertad. Él es Morenoski por si te gustó.